What is going on, guys? BoTalksGames back again, and today we are talking about the Nintendo Direct. Let's get into it. Now, before I switch over, I do want to say, potential spoiler warning, if you'd like to go into Nintendo Directs blind, if you are expecting a Direct soon, if you're expecting some hype announcements, maybe don't watch this video because, in my opinion, we have some pretty substantial leaks. Now, it's not like, oh, here's an image of a leaked game, but there is someone on Twitter, and I know, yes, Twitter user, yes, I get it. Waddle Dee knows all over again, right? There is a Twitter user that has very accurately leaked a lot of stuff in the past that we're going to go over. We're going to kind of analyze why I think this Twitter profile is real. They are leaking some new stuff from this new Nintendo Direct that, for the record, I have not made a video on this, is almost guaranteed to be this Wednesday. We're expecting an announcement tomorrow morning with an airing on Wednesday. That is the current rumor. That is where all the smoke is. Announcement on Tuesday around 6 or 7 a.m. and airing the following day, I would assume at 2 p.m. Pacific time. That's the, or maybe 3 p.m. Pacific time because of daylight savings, right? So that is all the smoke right now. But I really wanted to dive into this Twitter user who I think I'd seen before, if I'm being honest. I think I remember seeing this Twitter account back in February because they actually leaked something from the February Nintendo Direct, but it wasn't anything major, so I don't think most people really cared, to be completely honest. So we're going to go over to Twitter here and take a look at what they have. So yeah, as you can see here, we're on Twitter. We are at Puro_ND on Twitter here, using the, what is that, like the Bird and Bean DSiWare WarioWare game, little bird here. Good profile picture, must say, shout out. So they are basically reporting this. In case you were wondering what games will be announced in this week's Nintendo Direct, a new 2D Super Mario Bros., a remake of an SNES classic. Now, there was a lot of immediate questioning of what that SNES classic is, and we'll get to that. You know, my initial thought when I saw that was, oh, probably another Square Enix game. They seem to like doing these remakes. We got Live Alive, that was a huge success. So I was expecting maybe another Square Enix game. Maybe Chrono Trigger would be the one if we're lucky, right? However, they actually pretty quickly kind of confirmed, without saying anything, what it is, because a lot of people tweeted and replied, hell yeah, Super Mario RPG, here we come. Okay, Super Mario RPG. A couple tweets about Mario RPG. And if you go to this person's likes, you can actually see that they only liked tweets pertaining to Super Mario RPG. So that's pretty telling, I want to say. But then they just straight up tweeted the Big Yoshi, which, as someone who has not played Super Mario RPG, I did learn today that this is actually from Super Mario RPG. If you don't know what Super Mario RPG is, of course, this is an SNES Mario RPG developed by Square Enix, which kind of fits all the criteria. You know, you're getting your Square Enix JRPG for this Direct. They always announce one that's exclusive to Switch, right? And then it's actually going to be a Mario RPG, which is exciting and definitely telling for a lot of other rumors as well. We've seen rumors about Paper Mario Thousand Year Door coming to Switch, even just any Paper Mario coming to Switch later this year in a remake form. I think if this happens, that pretty much guarantees that's not happening, at least not this year. Or maybe Mario RPG would be a 2024 game, right? But I don't think you show Paper Mario and Mario RPG in the same Direct. That just doesn't make sense to me. So that's the only thing that's a little bit weird about this to me. However, to be honest, as someone who pretty closely follows leaks, you know, I'm reading the forums, I'm doing all that stuff, I don't really even know where the Paper Mario stuff came from, to be completely honest. We've been talking about it for like a year now. Thousand Year Door, is it a 64 remake? Is it a port of Super Paper Mario? I feel like it all just kind of manifested through people's sheer will of making it happen. You know, with F-Zero GX, oh, I know specific people that reference that and have talked about that, or Everybody Want to Switch last year with Emily Rogers, right? So with Paper Mario, I never really knew where that was even coming from. I would like it, and I think the timing is right. I think it was more based on the fact that we get a Paper Mario game basically every 4 years. So maybe next year, but maybe not this year. So yeah, Super Mario RPG seemingly coming to Switch, if we are to believe Puro_ND, which is exciting because I think for a lot of people, you know, Paper Mario isn't where it needs to be. A lot of people are longing for that Thousand Year Door style turn-based Mario game, and I don't really think Paper Mario will ever go back to that, to be honest. So if Nintendo wants to keep doing their kind of quirky Paper Mario games and then have a Square Enix-led sub-series, and maybe this is a launching point, right? Maybe we get Mario RPG from Square Enix remake and whatever art style they do. I can't imagine they would do HD 2D, so I'm not sure what this would look like. That's exciting in of itself. But if they can use this as a launching point to make more Mario RPGs in that series, that'd be really exciting, you know, because I do think there is an absence here for some good Mario RPGs now that Alpha Dream is gone with the Mario and Luigi series. Of course, the other big part of the tweet is the new 2D Mario Bros. I really do wonder what this will be, because I posted this in the Nintendo Select server, right, which you should join, by the way. Get in there and talk to us about all these leaks. I really wonder what the twist will be for a new 2D Mario. You know, I've been saying a new 2D Mario for a while now. I kind of gave up hope there in the middle for a little bit, not gonna lie. But I made a video about 2D Mario earlier this year saying I think there will be a 2D Mario in the fall. I thought it'd be in the February Direct, but it wasn't, so that's when I kind of started wavering. But if this is true, we are getting one. And yeah, I just wonder what this will be. Will it just be a new soup game? I don't think so. I think they have to iterate again, or, you know, kind of just change things, change the art style, change the gameplay. What will the gimmick be? You know, with New Super Mario Bros., it didn't really need a gimmick because it was the first 2D Mario series in a long time. And I guess you could maybe almost make the argument it's been that long for this because New Super Mario Bros. U was over 10 years ago, but in between we got New Super Luigi U, we got Mario Maker 1 and 2, so it hasn't really felt like that long. So I feel like I don't know what they can do, really, outside of just change the art style, which I'm excited to see what this looks like. Maybe it'll be like more of a 2D style, I'm not sure. I just don't know what you can do in terms of a gameplay twist. You know, maybe online co-op certainly will be there, but that's not really like a hook, right, for a lot of people. So I'll be very curious to see what this new 2D Mario looks like. I'm excited to see it. If this is true, once again, take this all with a grain of salt, although we'll get into why I do think this is real, because I've been itching for a Mario platform. I've been playing so much weird stuff this year. I've been playing, you know, Street Fighter and getting ready for Final Fantasy 16 and Diablo, and I'm playing through Sonic Mania, which is a platformer to be fair, and Sonic Forces, but I'm excited for just a 2D Nintendo game. I feel like we haven't actually gotten that many 2D platformers from Nintendo on the Switch, so that's very exciting to me. Now, there is one more thing we need to get into before we get into why I think this person's Twitter account is real and why I think they actually have some information. They did this weird thing with the word wondering on Twitter here. That's gotta mean something, right? So I saw people posting this. I never heard of this game, but there is a SNES JRPG developed by Square Enix, or sorry, at this point it was Enix, developed by Almanac Corporation called Wonder Project J. This was only released in Japan, 1994 life simulation game published by Enix for the Super Famicom. In this game, players take care of a boy Gaijin or Gaijin robot created by Dr. Geppetto named Pino. Or Pina, so it's kind of like a Japanese Pinocchio take, I guess. But it sold over 1.3 million copies in Japan, had a sequel on the Nintendo 64, and I think with 1 million sales in Japan, that's enough to consider it A, a classic in Japan, but also B, to kind of just have it be worthy of getting a remake. So I'm not sure, you know, it's a life simulation game. Look at a screenshot here. Very interesting. Maybe it's like a 2D Harvest Moon. I'm not too sure, but this could be it. This is the only Famicom game or Super Famicom game I can think of that has the name like Wonder in it, like a, you know, like a classic JRPG. So this is the only thing I could think. But the weird thing is, this person immediately started talking about Super Mario RPG. So maybe there's some. Is there anything in Super Mario RPG that would relate to the word Wonder? Can you let me know in the comments below if you played that game? I don't think so. So maybe the word Wonder applies to the new 2D Mario games. Maybe it'll be like Super Mario Bros. Wonders Beyond, or I don't know, like, so I can't think of what that would mean, but it obviously means something. That is a weird word to include here. But before we go, let me go into why I think this person is legitimate. And the thing is, after the whole Waddle Dee knows scenario, if you don't know what that's about, you Google it. You can never fully trust Twitter leakers because they can just tweet a bunch of things, delete the wrong ones, you know, make their account private and then unprivate it when they inevitably get a couple of their guesses right. However, looking through this person's Twitter account, I really do think they have some sort of knowledge. I don't know what this connection line would be because they've leaked things from the Pokemon Company, they leaked things from Sega, things from Nintendo. Very weird. It's almost like they're like a social media person, right? They run Nintendo social media, it feels like, because of just the specific knowledge they have. So let's go ahead and just go through their tweets. I'm going to zoom in a little bit for you here. And we'll go through and see what's going on here. I'm just going to go down. So the first thing that you can see here is they tweeted out hashtag Sonic Superstars before that game was announced. And that got announced 2 days later, and that's a win. Now, with that one specifically, I think you could pretty easily, in comparison, guess the name of that. And also, press were invited to come play the game beforehand, so that title was certainly, you know, running about in the background with press and influencers, right? So that one's not as crazy, but still, they did leak it to their credit. But going back, this one's very interesting to me. On May 29th, they tweeted, Nintendo will announce a new first-party game this week, which is a sequel to a game released in 2017. Now, listen, you can do the Waddle Dee no strategy and tweet a bunch of stuff and delete the wrong ones and you know, whatever you do. There's no way you just guessed that. This person obviously knew Everybody Want to Switch would be announced that week. Now, Everybody Want to Switch, not a new concept. Emily Rogers had reported on it last year, we knew this game was maybe coming. We thought maybe it had gotten shelved, but specifically getting the timing of the announcement, I think, what is that, 2 or 3 days before it got announced, that is very important. That is a big deal. That means they had the knowledge that this game was being announced on Twitter, which, in fact, I don't think we've ever had a leaker with that specific kind of information, because that was just a Twitter tweet. You know, with Nintendo Directs, normally the insiders have information because, oh, there's a third party in the Direct, oh, I've heard something that, you know, Ubisoft is publishing is going to be there, that kind of thing. But this was just a Twitter announcement. So this person very clearly has a direct line somehow to Nintendo. Going back to February, they took a few months off there. A new Samba de Amigo game will be announced soon. We know that happened. Party Central, of course, coming out in August. Armored Core will be announced soon, right before the Game Awards last year. That was accurate. And then this one's another really weird one for me. They leaked the name of Grievard before that stream, announcing Grievard for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Now, you could have guessed maybe, oh, there's going to be a ghost dog. Sure. You wouldn't guess the name. That's way, way too specific. And you can go back a little bit further, Civilization, and they did a Yakuza 8 leak, which they actually admitted to getting a little bit wrong. They mistook the subtitle for the Gaiden game, starring Kiryu as Yakuza 8, when that's actually a different game. But their information is clearly reliable. Specifically, the Griever thing and the Everybody Want to Switch thing. This person has some sort of information. So, to me, you know, when I look at these Twitter accounts, I always take it with some sort of grain of salt. You know, if this doesn't happen, I'm not going to be disappointed. Oh, there wasn't a Mario RPG remake announced. But I look at this and I'm like, okay, this is probably real. I'm going to be completely honest. When I look at this, I'm like, okay, this person's probably accurate. We're probably getting this announced in the Direct that there's been so much smoke for. Once again, I didn't really cover that, but I think it's Nate Drake on Femi Boards and a couple other people are saying, or at least hinting towards, not saying, don't want to misinterpret here, are pointing towards a June 21st Direct, right? So this is all very exciting. I'm very excited for a Nintendo Direct, especially from a content creator perspective, because there just has not been a ton recently. And I'm really excited to cover this Direct with you all and just kind of speculate. I love speculation. And if you similarly enjoy speculation, you should definitely join the Discord that is linked down below. It's a very small Discord. We have like maybe 20 people, but it's just people talking about Nintendo Direct and Nintendo rumors and leaks and Everybody Want to Switch, and it's a great time. So join the Discord, talk to us down there below, and let me know your thoughts on these potential Nintendo Direct leaks. Until next time, folks, peace.